Well, hello, hello, hello. Uh, this is a little bit different. I didn't just trying out this camera version in the live streaming page. I thought I'll try it and see what happens. It's different than what we normally do as far as the creator thingy. Um, I don't know if it's the same as how we normally do it. Something different, but anyway, I was going to do a real quick haul video with the stuff that I bought yesterday at the thrift shop. Um, Spent like $80, but not all of it was for thrift shop stuff or for reselling. Some of it was for personal items that we picked up. But if you don't know who I am, I'm Laurie. I'm the Thrifty Picker, and I'm gonna show you what I got. Let's see. I picked up this. This is a Martha Stewart Everyday Living snow globe. It's a 2002. Hi, Cindy. How you doing? Picked this up. It's a musical snow globe. It plays Silent Night. It does work. Paid $6 for this, and they're selling upwards of $34.99 with the packaging. So couldn't pass that up. I got 5 of these. These are the Sharp Memo Master Organizer. I paid 50 cents a piece for these. These are selling $12.99, $11.99, $12.99 a piece with shipping. So got those. Stuff just laying everywhere. Then I picked up the SAS San Antonio Shoe Company, made in the USA. These are the free time women's Oxfords, laced Oxfords. These usually go close to $40 depending on the condition, and these are really, really good condition. There's a lot of tread left on the bottoms. I paid $4 for these, so, and the soles are like really, really good. And it even comes with this pair actually comes with the extra pair of laces. So, and these don't look like they've ever been hardly worn at all. I mean, there is some, indication that they have been on the ground, but not too bad. But right here's your telltale sign of the SAS shoes. If you see those up on the rack, then you know. And it also says it right here if you go inside as well. And sometimes people take these take the inserts out and put different inserts in, but these are a good shoe to pick up to resell. And I said I wasn't going to buy shoes anymore because I've got tons that just are sitting in the inventory and they're just not moving. So I'm going to keep all my higher dollar ones, the best ones, and don't redonate the rest. So, but I got these. I can't pass those up because I know they'll sell. They'll be on for about a week and be gone, if that. What else did I get? Oh, I got this Anchor Hawking 1980s Snoopy, put Snoopy in the White House coffee mug. Picked that up for 50 cents. This will sell for about $39.99. The graphics are still in really good condition. A lot of times you get them and you can't hardly read this right here, or there's a lot of wear on the graphics itself, or this here is usually gone, but this has been very well maintained and taken care of. This is Anchor Hawking. This is Collector Series number 3. So I can't remember how many they had of these. I've sold one similar to it. It was a part of the same collection, but I don't think I made as much. This is another coffee mug I picked up, and you've heard me mention Lori Veazey before. This is another one of her works. Just a coffee mug. It says, "You're my very best friend." And it says, "You and I put the we in awesome." It's a really, really nice looking coffee mug. I paid $1 for that. And this is part of the Our Name is Mud series. Like again, it's Lori Veazey. It's Lorrie Veasey. She has some really neat designs on a lot of her mugs. They're very eye-catching, and This to me looks like somebody's just doodled in a notebook and put it on a coffee mug. So I always pick hers up. I usually get about $18.99 for her mugs. So, and this one I haven't priced yet. This is a Furio. It's made in Italy. It's just an oversized mug, little Christmas mug. I have not priced it yet because I've never heard of the brand. But a lot of times, anything in Italy, for most part, is sought after. So, picked that up, and then I picked up paid $1 for this. This is a Fire King little vintage dish. I'm wanting to say it might be like a gravy dish, but it doesn't have the spout. I'm not exactly sure the style of this dish, so I'm going to have to look it up. But I always do pretty decent with, anchor hawking, or not anchor hawking, but the Fire King and anchor hawking for the most part. So got that. Then I got here. Paid $2 for this. It's new open box item. Basically, it's the MK520 Logitech wireless keyboard with the mouse and the little USB receiver. These are going for like 20. I'm gonna put this on myself for $24.99 because it is an open box item, and they've taken the batteries out. Normally it comes with 3 batteries, 2 for the keyboard and 1 for the mouse. Other than that, it has everything else. So it's basically a new open box item. So got that, and then I've been busy today. I've been having to make boxes because I always weigh everything that when I go to ship it, I weigh it first, so I have to make the boxes for some items. That way I already have them. These are vintage. You can tell by the box. Championship roller skates. These are the skate model. Gold Cup. And the best part of it is, well, for one, I paid $6 for them. They have never been used. They still have the manufacturing paperwork in there. There's no, and these are really nice. They're leather. Nice shoe. There's no, you can tell these have never been on the ground, never been on a roller rink. This has never been, used. It's never been on a foot. There's no wear whatsoever. Everything's still the same. It looks like somebody bought them and put them in the garage. I paid $6 for these. It's got the Montgomery Ward sticker on it, price sticker on it. So I am thinking, have not found an actual date, but by the graphics alone on the box, we're looking at late 70s, early 80s, possibly. And Montgomery Ward's itself, I mean, that's old. That's some really old graphics. That's at least possibly mid 80s at most, possibly late 70s. So, I mean, in the attire that they're bell bottoms and all that. So, hi, Bridget. But yeah, the pair of used ones similar to this, they were this is the Skate model. The other ones were used Gold Cup model skates. They went for $65 used. Those have never been used, never been on a foot. So I'm going to ask $125 for them. I'll just reach for the stars on it and see what happens. Because you just never know. They might sit there for 5 seconds and boom, gone. So that's what I'm hoping. I think that's pretty much all I got. I think, for the most part. Last week I did kind of make a faux pas. I should not have bought these. And I couldn't check. Hold on. I couldn't check it's been twice I've been to this thrift shop and haven't been able to check on my eBay. So I don't know if we were talking about this morning on the show, whether or not they have a scrambler on their Wi-Fi to keep their employees out, or if they have a scrambler to keep pickers from, price checking. It's with their eBay or what. I don't know. But anyway, I couldn't check these. And these are Nylant. This is the grater part. The grater, it's missing a few pieces. It's in pretty rough shape. I paid $5 for it. It's probably mid 80s because it has the blow mold. Um, Usually from anything from 1964 up to, I'm wanting to say 80 or 81. It'll have a hollow back, because then they start doing the blow molds in the 80s. So that'll give you an idea if you come across Tonka with the open back wheel. And it looks like kind of looks like the disc in a Trivial Pursuit game. You know, has that little slots. Those are your older Tonkas and Nylint vehicles. Uh, but this is the grader. I paid $5 for that. I might get 20 for it, maybe. And then I got the other piece for it. This is the steamroller. I paid $5 for it. I think what I'm going to do is just lot it together. This is also Nylint, and it's from the mid 80s to probably just going to lot it together as a restoration grouping, and because there are people that do take these and restore them. You know, everybody's got a hobby. So, I mean, other than, this piece got a big chip out of it and it's missing the smokestacks and all that, but still not too bad. Normally I pass on these things because, for one, they're a pain to ship. They're a pain to pack. But with them in that kind of shape, you don't really have to. It's not like you got to wrap them in 15 feet of bubble wrap or anything. I'm thinking that's about all I got. I do believe. Pretty much. Other than stuff I bought last week that I showed. You were talking to me. I was just talking to you on the replay of the morning show. Was I answering? Oh, I picked this up. I don't know if I showed this I know I showed it on the morning show the other day, but I don't know if you guys seen it. Oh yeah. Isn't that crazy? I think they've got scramblers up. I think the word's getting around, and because I had the issue in St. Vincent's, and I've had it down at another one that I go to down in Fairfield. So it's like, But I picked this up. Do you know what that is? Some of you probably do because you've seen it on the show the other day, the morning show. I bought it at a yard sale for $10, and I'm still trying to decide if I want to sell it or hang it on my wall. But the lady was surprised that I knew what it was. She knew what it was. I guess she's a collector, but she was surprised I knew what it was. I guess list it and then hang it up. Yeah. But this is Stinger. It's a replica of Stinger, which is Frodo and Bilbo Baggins, which actually starts out as Bilbo Baggins. From the Hobbit and Lord of the Rings. It's got the writing on it. I think whoever had this, I think they used it for cosplay because the edge is like really, really gnarled. I mean, it's really rough. I'm probably going to have to take a file to it because and I hate to take a file to it because I really don't want to put an edge on it. But yeah, it's the replica of Stinger, and it's just really cool. And my son would probably love to have it. I'm thinking maybe I might save it for him for Christmas. I don't know. Haven't decided yet. Because he collects knives and things like that. But I don't know. I think he would really like it. So I might just give it to him too. So it's one of those things like, what do I do with it? My precious. So, but yeah, that's pretty much what I got. That's what I've been working on today. Had to make a couple special boxes for. I was going to do a video on how I make boxes work for me because sometimes they're not wide enough, and there's a way you can cut them or score them so that you can make it work. So I might have to do that one day, is make a video showing how I do that, because I can turn smaller boxes into bigger boxes actually just by scoring or changing some of the folds around. But I did that for years where I used to work, so I'm familiar with that tactic and how to do that. But yeah, Like, let me show you something real quick. For instance, see how wide this one is? Well, I needed a little bit, not quite as wide. So I took the item I was working with, and you lay it across the edge, you line it up with the edge, and then you score it on the opposite side. And then when you open it, it makes it just a little bit, changes it just enough. It makes it a little bit wider than normal. Whereas if you use it the old way, it looks the same, but it's not quite as wide. So you rescore it, changes it just enough to make it a little bit wider than what it was. So I do that a lot. I'm always changing these boxes. So it works for me. But that's what I've been doing today. I've been getting all this stuff processed that I bought. And let me show you, for instance, this right here, this box is actually a shoe box that I've changed around to make it work for airplane model box that I got going out. So maybe I'll do and I'll show you. This is what the shoe box normally or that's what it looks like now. But it normally looks like, let me find one. Let me find the one. It normally looks like this. That size. This is the same box. And it looks like this. See a difference? So yeah, I know I can score it a certain way to make it turn this into this. So maybe I'll do a video showing how to do that. It's really simple. Oh, it comes in handy too when you don't have the right size box and you have to figure it out. So I have so many boxes everywhere. Oh. But when you work in manufacturing like I did, you learn how to do stuff like that. So, especially when you do custom pieces and things that you don't normally have boxes for that size. So. But that's all I wanted to come on and do. I was going to check out this. I'd never seen the camera option on when you go to your channel to do a hangout or to do a live video. It has the event or whatever, because that's normally what I click on. I'll click on that and hit live event or forget. But I seen down at the bottom it had the word camera and new. I'm thinking, what's that? So I clicked on it. But I don't know if it uploads or not. So that I'm not sure of. But I know it's got the chat. Whereas the other one, you have to open the YouTube. Usually have to open two windows, or I do, where to open get the chat. Well, now I can see the chat. So it's pretty cool, because normally I'd have to open the YouTube. I'd have to open the YouTube on one channel, and I'd have to open this on, like say, YouTube would be on Internet Explorer, and then I'd have to open this up on Google Chrome, and I'd be able to see the chat. I'd just minimize it and lay it over top of Explorer so I can see the video and the chat. I don't think I have to do that anymore. That's pretty cool. So, pretty neat, pretty neat. Is everybody staying busy today? I see we have 5 people, but I only see 3 in the chat. So who's the other 2 hiding in there? Listing. Yeah. Packing. I am. Oh, hi, Chick Picker. How you doing? Yeah, I was just playing around with that new camera option. I'm just finished mowing. Well, that's good. You come inside. We know you're okay then. I'm not going outside unless I have to. No. She did mow. She just finished mowing. Yeah, that's pretty. This is a better setup than the way that we were doing. I like the new camera option, um, where you can actually see the chat. The only thing I don't see is where you can send links. I guess you would still have to do, as it says up here, it just says YouTube webcam. How can I have a phone call? Did you all hear my phone ring? It did not ring. I got a voicemail, but yet it didn't ring. Now what you do is you get a pole and you stick it in the middle of the yard with and you take a string from that pole and go all the way out to the edge of the lawn to see how far out your string could go. You tie that string to the mower and put it in the self thing, and you put that, make sure that, or put it on a turn, and you put that pole on a turn, that way it goes around and cuts your grass for you. I think I seen that on a commercial or something. As this thing turning in the mower just goes around circles and cuts the grass. All right. Well, I guess I better see what my sister wants. She's the one that left me a voicemail. So I'm going to get back off here and go see what she wants and probably get back to work. So I just want to show what I had and play with this new option. You know me, when I see a new button, I just got to push it. What is this? I'm terrible about that. So,